again, he just can't quite reach his man. Jamie McGonigal picked up in the centre by Devoy. Devoy's pocket is picked in. Danny Lafferty thinking about a shot, instead opts for Jamie McGonigal, gives it back to Joe Thompson. Joe Thompson unleashes one, and it's just wide of James Talbot's upright, but the early warning signs are there for Bohemians, Sean. See, you know, it's a long journey back down to Dublin, especially when it goes to extra time and penalties. It can add an extra hour and a half onto your night, so I think some of them might not get home to maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock. Yeah. Great ball over the top, finds Jamie McGonigal, quickly closed down by Kieran Kelly. McGonigal shifts on his left foot, gets a shot away, but in the end it's easy for James Talbot just to go down on one knee and gather the ball, and Lyons can bring it forward for post, plays it into Devoy in the centre of the park. Devoy, I thought he was going to go for the shot, but instead he plays the 1-2 with Lyons. Lyons goes down on the edge of the box. Lafferty with a lovely layoff into the path of Junior. Junior, oh, great turn of pace to get away from his man there, Tyreek Wilson, but he is marshalled every step of the way. Does a step over, tries to get away from him again. Kieran Cole has come back to give the Londoner a chance, and Jamie McGonigal gets his left foot on it, but he just got absolutely no purchase on it, Sean, and in the end it was a weak shot.
It was a weak shot, Junior.
Derry players, of course, 10 yards away, but Wilson puts the right hand up, gives the signal, delivers a ball deep into the box, headed away then by Junior.
Yeah.
Danny Lafferty, a touch on maybe his hand on his back there, but Ronan Boyce launches it. Oh, you could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to find James Akintunde, but instead the shot comes in from Devoy, and Nathan Gardside is forced to get down. I think the bounce sort of fooled him at the start, Sean, and he just wasn't expecting it, but
it's worked anyway, because he's up pretty sharply as well, so he's bought the free kick really.
Yeah. Rory Feely with a great ball over to the far right hand side. Ronan Boyce gets a touch onto it, but it's a flashing shot coming in there. I think it was Liam Burt on the overlap as James Akintunde against Anto Brown. Immediately finds Harkin again. Harkin but under a bit of pressure, releases Danny Lafferty down this left channel, but Lafferty didn't realise how far away he was, and Ross Tierney picks things up for Bohemians. Tierney has continued his run, shifts it on, doesn't quite reach Tyreek Wilson. It has found the foot of Wilson this time. He gets a shot away, but the Derry defence are equal to it, and Jamie McGonigal picks things up for Derry just on the halfway line, and he's brought to ground by Kieran Kelly. He's won a free kick, and luckily Andy Lyons had just seen the fact that he was there, and then the mistake by Coote allows Derry to get a quick throw in. Junior again keeps the ball at his feet, finds Kieran Cole on his left foot, looking for Jamie McGonigal on the edge of the 18. McGonigal shows too much of that to Feely. McGonigal instead just shifts around his man, and Rory Feely had just allowed the former Cliftonville player to shift onto his.
But threatening again from Derry.
Talbot left footed again down the centre of the park. Cameron McJanet just read that very, very well and just peeled away from Omosher. Ball's back up into the air. Danny Lafferty, I thought that was a push from Jason Devoy, but or Dawson Devoy I should say, as Ali Coote picks it up. Coote back to Feely. Feely finds Devoy. Dawson Devoy continues his run forward. Anto Breslin was on the overlap, but instead he plays it in field to Ross Tierney. Tierney continues his run, gets to the byline, gets a shot away. It just took a deflection on its path into the arms of Nathan Gardside. Omosher was lurking. Andy Lyons looking for Omosher to make the long run, maybe thinking about launching one into the 18-yard box. Instead he finds Devoy. Devoy does really well, steps away from Danny Lafferty all too easily. Devoy continued his run, gives it into the layoff to Wilson. Tyreek Wilson with the shot that I thought it took a deflection. Must have took a deflection of Omosher on the way through. Get it back and they play. Danny Lafferty can't quite get anything on it. Ronan Boyce loses out in the challenge. Joe Thompson can try and bring it away. Finds Junior. Junior's got a wall of 3 blue players. Junior gets his shot away. That's a great save in the end up by James Talbot just to avoid embarrassment for Bohemians as Joe Thompson finds Kieran Cole. Cole back in fields to Harkin. Harkin urged to play the ball forward. Danny Lafferty peels away behind Andy Lyons, tries to get his cross on the box. It's not met, and Rory Feely can clear for the men from Dalymount. Only as far as McJanet. McJanet immediately brings it under control, finds Cole. Cole gets it back to McJanet, and McJanet's forced to go the whole way back to Gardside in the Derry 18. Gardside again finds McJanet. McJanet with acres of room in front of him. Left footed, spreads it over to Akintunde. Akintunde and Anto Breslin, but Akintunde gets a better of Breslin this time and finds Joe Thompson. Thompson slips it through to overlapping Boyce. Boyce gets his cross under the box. Junior gets ahead to it. That's a great save from James Talbot in the end up. But Junior had just peeled away from his man. The ball continues to play. The run of Jamie McGonigal. Launches again, long ball downfield, and that forced James Talbot off his line out of his 18-yard box. As Danny Lafferty doesn't quite see where the ball has gone. James Akintunde can't quite keep it on play, and Anto Breslin clears long downfield to O'Mashare. O'Mashare, he just allowed too much of it, but he's got away. He's peeled away from his man. He got his shot away, and it's buried into the bottom corner. So Precious O'Mashare opens the scoring in the 50th minute. He as much of the grass as he can, and Andy Lyons forced in to making a challenge at the expense of a throw in to Derry City. Taken quickly, Cameron McJanet. Derry looking to get back on side here as Joe Thompson with a flashing shot. Oh, you could see what the Scot was thinking. The minute the ball broke to him, it was a mistake on the edge of the. It's eventually thrown down. Ronan Boyce wins the header. Kieran Kelly comes out, sticks a strong head towards it, but Akintunde picks things up for Derry. Peels away from Burt, finds Boyce. Boyce is immediately closed down again, and Kieran Harkin gets across under the box. Joe Thompson shifts onto his right foot. James Akintunde thought about it. It's crossed on. Jamie McGonigal and Junior, they both just can't quite get on it. Danny Lafferty with a flashing shot, and they end up on his left foot, but Lafferty just couldn't quite get any purchase on it. The score remains. So
yeah, he's just signalled to Talbot to speed things up. He seems to be stalling.
He's got away with it so far. James Akintunde with a firm header down, but it's met by the foot of Andy Lyons. And Lyons with a lovely ball over the top. Oh, that's a mistake by Nathan Gartside allowing an Ali Coot trying to get his shot away, plays it back, and it's going to be Ross Tierney. That's a great save on the line. O'Mashare just paused, and he took far too much time. He's not going to get his shot away this time.
What a block.
O'Mashare on his left hand. Takes a shot, but it's come off Cameron McJanet, and he's absolutely furious. Sorry, Sean, for cutting across you.
You're alright, I think.
Trying to get warmed up. Evan, of course, he scored that penalty with 3 minutes to go in the cup final. So corner's taken quickly, headed back in by Rory Feely, but it's wide of Nathan Gartside's upright. So Bohemians alert to the threat of Fitzgerald's long throw, flicked on there by Toole, and it's Junior. It's just come off the bar. Junior just couldn't. He got a great touch on it in the end up, but it rattles the crossbar. You can see the rain falling off it there as Kieran Cole trying to get things back underway. Finds Cameron McJanet over on our far right hand side. McJanet lofts it back, and again Jamie McGonigal gets a header to it. But who else but Rory Feely standing shoulder to shoulder with him. Just eventually Andy Lyons is forced to clear the ball out. Nearly 3 minutes of the 5 added on played. Derry City desperately seeking a goal here as Akintunde lofts it into the 18-yard box. It's going to be faulty. Boyce! Ronan Boyce! It's just an error on the back four. I was saying just moments ago how there was late drama in the under-19 final. Rory Higgins running up and down the touchline, Jose Mourinho-like. But Ronan Boyce, he's got a few goals this season. I think that's his 5th so far. He just toe poked it. You can see the corner coming on. The defence was at 6s and 7s. Boyce gets the last touch it. James Talbot is absolutely furious with it. He's furious with his defence as well. Ronan Boyce, I think, has just salvaged the point for Derry City here. Late drama.